pulse of the VI. Listen close and you will see why. The information will set you free. Stand together, never divide. Pulse VI.
Alrighty.
VI.
Good afternoon.
It is loud.
Everybody.
Good afternoon, people.
Happy Friday, Saturday.
Happy Friday.
That could tell you where I am. I'm telling
Okay,
you.
the 1, 2, 3 start over. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, everybody.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Caribbean Superstation 90.9 FM. You're here with Pulse VI.
And you've got Robert.
Welcome back.
Robert, you got Robert.
Welcome
If you guys
back.
see
Thank
him
you.
today, he is not swaying shirt today. He is Robert.
Yes, he is very dapper.
Like,
loving
yes.
it.
I tried to stay awake. I tried to stay grounded,
You got
actually.
you some coffee, bro.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Water is fine.
Okay. Yeah, silly.
So if you guys don't remember, we didn't have Robbie here with us last week.
No.
but
Yeah,
he's
what happened
back.
last week?
Oh my God! Last week we had
We
Summer
had
Sizzle,
we had Alva and Terry here with
Okay.
us.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was really cool.
Winter
And we
and I
even
got
had a modeling
some
session
steps.
afterwards.
Yeah. I think we could rock it.
And you should see Blake strut his stuff.
Yeah, it was cool.
Blake said you got swag, y'all.
He outshone everybody. So I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, because apparently you can model on stage, best outfit or whatever, and win $200.
Tonight, and the females
Have
would
they done
win
that before?
the posh
Not that I know.
cologne.
Yeah,
Females.
Yeah. What
Females
about
win
the
the
two?
posh.
Because it's being
perfume.
launched tonight, so.
Oh.
Yeah, but what do you mean females? So we can't win the $200?
No, it's the male
Oh.
will get $200 and females getting the perfume.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
so
not
yes,
getting
yes,
$200.
women are not getting $200.
The-
You're getting a perfume that's worth
You're
$200.
getting the posh perfume.
That's worth $200. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know how much it's worth.
Excuse
I'm just,
me,
I'm
I-
just
But it's being launched
please,
tonight.
I'm just kidding.
So,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You saw how excited I got last week about that $200.
I know,
I've been
I
planning
know.
this $200 outfit.
Not
for
that we're
like-
planning. Well, still, I think you should still rock your stuff, though. You know what I mean? He taught you some tricks, so I think you should rock it out. Yeah.
I don't know.
Go for it. Go
But
for it.
we're busy at Pulse. We've got a lot of things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your week, you guys? How's your week?
It was okay. I don't know.
Well,
There was a lot of boats in the water in King Garden all week because the Puerto Rican Navy has been in town since last
I know they
weekend,
signed something. I
Christmas
saw
in
that.
July. So Christmas in
Christmas in
July
July.
was Sunday.
Yeah.
And I didn't make it this year, so I was disappointed. But last year I went.
and
It
I
was
saw
really, really
something
good.
saying the premier signed something with the Puerto Rico Navy to do something.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that.
I
I can't. You know what I'm
Lack
talking
of
Blake,
about?
following
you know what
up.
she's talking about?
All right, they will find out for sure.
Yeah, so it's probably online somewhere, but I did see that, and I saw a
Okay.
picture and caption and all that good stuff. So
Yeah. So
You saw pictures and that's it.
I saw a picture. I read it. I started to, but then I was like, oh, okay, I get the gist.
I kind of believe you.
Something to do
Okay.
with the recovery. I don't know, but
Okay.
yeah,
Well-
because they got something because they were the first people to come in and
yeah,
help us.
they will. I mean,
Yeah.
I know we
So
started.
I
in
think
King
it was
Garden
more of
being
a
like
thank
crazy.
you, or I don't know, but it was something to do with the Puerto Rico Navy. So I didn't
Yeah.
even know that Christmas in July happened until someone said, "Oh, Christmas in July," and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay."
that's how I felt too when I found out.
Yeah.
I found out on Saturday. I was like, "Oh my God, it's tomorrow," and I didn't have time to beg my brother to take us. 'cause,
Where is it normally?
VG?
In VG
okay.
at
Not Limerick Bay.
yeah.
Limerick Bay? No,
somewhere.
Somewhere
I
in
can't-
VG. Sorry, I don't want to.
It's on
Tell
the
you guys
tip of
where it
my.
is.
It's on the tip of my tongue when
Bitter
it
end?
comes back. No,
You gonna
It's-
keep guessing?
it's not a busy type of
Area.
no, but it's packed when they're
With boats
there.
and stuff. So like a
Yeah.
poker run, but just with the Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, and it's like you don't really realize how far out you are. Last year we went and we couldn't get in close. So I tumbled riding with some Puerto Ricans, couldn't understand nothing they said. They couldn't understand nothing I was saying. And then midway in the ocean, they were like,
So how did you know that that's what they were saying?
that's what I'm saying. But wait, let me tell you what happened. Midway
ahead,
we
go
got
ahead.
there, they're like, we're not going no further. And I'm like, but I'm not dressed to jump in the water. They're like, I don't know, but we not going no further. So yeah, I had to jump in the water and swim in, and then we had to swim back out to the boat.
That's too much.
It was,
Oh man.
it
That's
was
too much. I'd have just
yeah.
stayed myself on the boat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they were throwing us off. We tried
Yeah,
to
'cause you didn't-
we tried to stay on, but they keep looking at us
They're
like
not going no further. They,
they
told
keep doing
you.
this like.
And I'm
look,
guessing you didn't travel back with them.
They
You
didn't
took the
even.
ferry.
They didn't. No, we took our own boat, but we docked so far out that you couldn't get close to land.
Got you. So
we
you-
were
you
trying to
hitched
get
a
on land.
ride.
So we hitched a ride to
Got you, got
land.
you.
And they threw us off the boat. We didn't know how far they were going. We just saw them passing. It was like, oh, let us in.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
stopped. and then they weren't going very far.
That's actually very, very adventurous of you.
Well, it was so much boats out there, and I just wanted to see what it was on land. But, honey, when I got to land, I was like, I'm totally out of place because those Puerto Rican bodies are hot and wearing little things. And I felt like an old granny, okay?
Imagine
I was
little
like,
things.
No, really.
That's the wave. You could do it. Anyone can do it now,
I know,
apparently.
but I mean, they were really hot.
Yeah, but not everyone should.
You
do
can't
That's
compete with
true.
Spanish people, though.
Boy,
Yeah, you can't compete with.
And it,
Let me
listen,
tell you about them,
Hips.
okay? Something about them. I'm in the grocery store and blessed to this Spanish lady. Do you understand me? She has a little baby on her boobie sucking, and her body doesn't even look like she even went near a child muscles to have a baby, okay? Everything is perfectly tight.
Intact.
And I'm looking at my sister and I'm like, do you think she gave birth to that baby? Because I don't understand. There's no fat anywhere. The body is tight.
Yeah.
Santo.
Wow.
I'm like, my God, they just make special.
Body shot.
Blessed it to Jennifer Lopez because, you know, she just have him on
Listen,
another
whoa.
high.
Yeah, let's not talk about J-Lo.
Pause. Did you guys see that picture she posted for her birthday with the little body and then A-Rod and everything?
Yes, that body is tight. Do you
Like,
understand
49
me?
years old.
Yes.
I wanna go to the
And it was glycerin. It was glycerin.
Oh, J-Lo.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy.
That threw me off.
Pulse VI, yo. Hey, ready to take for a break?
You so silly. What, you in hot water?
It's only 7 minutes. It's only 7 minutes, people.
Yeah.
So what else is going on in the BVI?
I mean, I think this week was one of the busiest weeks I had work-wise. So I was kind of all consumed with work, and I
Okay.
didn't have time for a lot of things. My folks are in.
Isn't that exciting? Yeah.
Sure. They're in.
This child.
I mean, no, let me tell you what it is. They got here. They were supposed to get here on Wednesday, but they got stuck into Caribbean, so they had to leave the very next day.
Shocking.
Liat, I mean, people can't talk about Liat no more. Liat is now on time. Y'all know that?
Wow.
No.
Liat is now on time.
And I
Okay.
Right? So here's what happened. My mother comes in. I'm at work. First off, they're calling my phone asking me this, that every couple seconds. No biggie. What's the Wi-Fi password? No biggie. What's this? No, but I'll let them know. I get home after work, tired, exhausted. My mother has changed around everything. I walk in the house, and a woman changed up the whole house. She changed everything up. And I'm like, this is
Yes.
not supposed to be here. And I walk in, I'm like, okay, first of all, house rules. And she watched me so funny, right? Like, this is my house. I'm like, I understand, but you're still a guest in my house. And when I said, I think that's where stuff just started getting rocky because I got so
Wow.
comfortable living by
Being
myself
by
for so
yourself,
long.
yeah.
And I have to yell at them, turn off the lights. The stuff builds a high. Turn off the lights. Turn off, do this.
You sound like
Stop
a
banging
mom.
Exactly. Stop banging the door. Stop. I'm going after all of them. I'm like, I'm the child. You are my mother. You know? So all of them, my sister, they're banging doors. And it's not like I'm happy they're here, but it's taking getting used to because I haven't lived with someone other than my dad really since the hurricane.
Right.
So it's weird. I get jumpy when I hear the doors bang. And like this morning, especially, I was like, it took me a second to be like, oh yeah, there's other people in the house. I don't need to get
Wow.
up and figure out what's
Yeah,
going on and
yeah.
stuff like that. But
But you're still happy to have them.
yeah, of course. My sister has blue hair.
Yeah, I saw
Nice.
that.
And then the other one has colored her hair. But if I did this,
They're growing up so quickly.
it would have been a problem.
Hopefully they're listening right now.
I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. I'm the tester child. I told him that the other day. I'm the tester child. So I kind of
usually
made this
that's how-
possible for you.
That's how it usually is, you know.
the
like,
eldest, right? We suffer.
Well, and by time, you know, the younger one comes along, the parents have slowed down a bit. And,
Yeah.
you know, they've been overly exposed to what's going on. The kids
Yeah.
have hipped them to some stuff, so they relaxed a little.
Yeah, and with us, the younger sister, Mariam's right after me. She's the more mature one out of all of us, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
She's the mature one, but you know, it's still good to have them around. I'm
Siblings
excited.
love.
It's gonna be
Siblings
fun.
love.
You see.
Yeah.
So as Blake pointed out to me, BVI cop fined over $40,000 for
was a
defrauding Social Security.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Board.
I saw the headline, but I
Is
never read
that,
to see
is
what
that
it was.
the
What was that
guy
about?
for the internet thing? Is that the same one?
Brian Penn is
No.
his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. What did he do? How can you like think Social Security though?
So
Like,
I
how
mean,
does that work?
mean now they're gonna go after everyone? Okay, so does that mean they're gonna go after everyone? does this, because we know there's a lot of companies out there that aren't paying.
Right.
Because I've had persons gone to collect and were told nothing was paid in. And, you know, Social Security now has a commercial on the radio telling you to check annually to ensure that, you know, your employer is paying in. And I'm like, well, God dang it, we got to police them too?
Right.
No, so that's kind of like, so is it you pay your Social Security, your employer pays a certain portion of it
They're
as well?
supposed to pay a
or-
percentage, but what happened is that they're taking it out of your paycheck. So you'll see the deductions, but it's never making it to Social Security board. So the employers are living fat off your money. Yeah, it happens all the time.
That's so criminal.
It is
well,
criminal.
yeah.
It is criminal. You could go a long time doing it.
A
Without
lot,
anybody figure out, without anybody
because
finding out.
there's no checks and balance in Social Security other than you, the person, the employee going in and saying, I want to check.
Right.
And then they ask you to bring in all your pay stubs.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? So if you don't have all your pay stubs to prove that this person has taken the money out of your paycheck, yeah.
Yeah.
SOL.
That's so fraudulent. Oh my goodness.
Right, but I mean, like, I know one of my coworkers had to,
Whoa.
they told them to bring in all their pay stubs. And I'm like, that's crazy. But you know,
Interesting.
yeah. And then we had someone leaving the airport with
Over
Caucasian
500,000.
$1 million.
Caucasian
Like,
fellow.
I thought he was
where
Spanish.
did he get that money?
He's
Spanish. He was Hispanic, wasn't he? A little Panamanian.
In his 70s. Oh my
Over.
God.
Over half a
Wow.
million
He
dollars.
could have stayed here and married me. Shoot. And
Or
just kept
me.
the money local.
Or me, it'd be like the new Hugh
That's what
Hefner
I'm
of the day.
saying.
I wish he had like asked me for help.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Something.
God.
That
where,
was
where
a
was he
ice-
from? What's the story?
I saw it. I read it. It actually said he was from Panama or something
Yeah.
like that, Panamanian descent. So I don't know.
Where was he
That's-
heading?
They said the States, Miami or something like that, and somewhere in the
How
States.
was he going to get that in?
I guess he didn't expect them to check. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
There's security. How did you?
Boy.
And the bags get screened again once they enter the U.S.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not like he
How-
was trying to
how
go
would
through
he-
St. Thomas where it's only screened once.
Right.
You know what I mean?
How would he get it in?
It didn't make any
But
sense.
he's 70 something. I mean, Papa, you don't want scared to be in jail at
Or
all?
he spoke to somebody, or somebody probably said,
Listen,
this is the story.
I'm not ever doing that. You connect. Somebody ain't gonna show
That's why
up.
they tell you
Drug
or some-
lords don't have an age.
I don't
I'm
do
not saying
that.
that's what he's into, but I'm just
No, they
saying
don't.
drug lords don't
No,
have
but
an
what
age.
I'm thinking is somebody, he probably was like, somebody was like, no, it's going to be fine. I've done it before. It's
No,
gonna be
Jesus,
okay. He's
no,
old.
no.
You're going to be fine. Blah, 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 blah. Then he takes it and boom, shabam, you're locked up.
No.
What you going to do now? You lost your money. What you going to do now?
All of it, because then
And he's
what-
gonna get fined and
that goes to the
imprisonment.
BVI, right? That goes to the BVI.
government,
It goes,
yeah.
goes to the government.
Yeah.
Oh, to the recovery, I hope.
Well,
I hope it goes
and
to
not
the high
in
school.
somebody's pocket.
I hope
hope-
it goes to the high school. I hope
we
y'all
have-
listening right
No,
now.
before
We got
2 minutes.
1 minute to tell
You mentioned the high school.
Yeah.
No.
So we're going
I
off
was
of this
driving
spot?
past. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You got 2 minutes.
Yeah. So I'm driving past, and I see, we all see the high school. We all see how it looks.
Yeah.
I see security guards in the high school.
I see that every day and it upsets me. I'm like, what are they guarding? But I guess there's something in there. Maybe somebody needs to tell me.
Excuse
I say
me.
it every day.
Excuse me, you're getting paid to guard a building that could barely stand up on its own.
What's
little
in there?
bricks.
Blake, do you know what's in there?
No, it's
Kids can go in there and
it's not that. It's the kids.
should have
It's
had
the
a
kids.
camera on
It's
you.
the kids. It's the kids. It's the kids
The-
going in there.
To
That's
do
what it is.
To do what?
Loitering, like
To
they
be
just
doing what kids do.
yeah, just
But I
going there
mean-
Trying to
breaking
be
stuff.
adults.
You know,
Okay.
so it's they have to.
Okay.
I know it looks ridiculous, but they have
Okay.
to.
No, but you're not securing anything. You're all sitting in a corner talking. What are you guarding?
So are
You
they
don't
there
have to get
24
nothing.
hours?
As long as somebody's there.
They're 24
So you're
hours.
guarding
I'm not
one
sure.
general
I
area,
don't
and then
wanna
what
say.
happens to all the way down there if they want to come down there? What happens to all? I feel like if you're going to do that, do it right.
everywhere at once, man.
Oh, you have 10 security.
Well,
Of course
he's,
they
in,
can.
he's in the spot where, he needs to be.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But I see them going in every morning nicely dressed.
The boss said, "Watch the front gate." So me watch the front gate. That's it. No go nowhere.
You
else.
guys are crazy.
Anyway, guys, it's 3:15 in the afternoon. It's 3:15 in the afternoon.
Yes, it is.
Caribbean Superstation Pulse VI. We're gonna take a break. Who do we have today?
We've got Mr. Wedding Photographer. We got Mr. Dane Peters.
Timeless
Mr.
media.
Dan Peters.
Yes.
So you'll be joined
in
by
person.
Dame Peters right after this break.
Right after this break, Caribbean Superstation Pulse BVI 90.9 FM.
Pulse VI.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Dame Peters, photography, wedding, and portrait photographer in the building.
What is he saying?
Capturing memories for a lifetime of enjoyment. Dame Peters.
There you go.
Everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
We're so happy to have
Timeless
you.
films and media.
And his voice changed again.
You have so
Love it.
many protege. Your Dame Peters photography, timeless films, and media.
I think I do too much,
Yeah.
sometimes.
You know,
Yeah.
there you can never limit yourself. You
Never.
can never say timeless. No,
Timeless,
Sorry,
always.
I
Yeah.
thought he had like a limitless or something on there too.
Timeless
No.
films. And
Where
media.
you at? Where you at? Where you at? You here right now?
It's the coffee. I'm sorry. It's a little, I put a little too much sugar in here.
So
We're
tell
happy
us-
to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be
Welcome.
here.
Tell us about you, Dame Peters. Tell us about all that's behind that name.
Yeah. Oh, well, what's all behind that name? Lots and lots of years of fun and timelessness. I guess.
I like that.
When did you first pick up a camera?
Whoa, you want to go way back.
Yeah.
Take us
Way
there.
back
Take
into
us there.
time.
I had to cut you off because it's that serious.
I actually can't remember when I first picked up a camera because I've had a camera in my hand for a very long time since childhood days. I can think back to teenage days and high school days of buying those disposable cameras from
Right.
Right Way.
Yep.
The yellow
Even
ones.
the yellow ones in the pack that you have to rip like candy. And even the underwater ones. And I always had one of those in my hand everywhere I went.
What was your parents' reaction when you told them you're going to be a photographer?
They were fine with it because I think it's my mom's fault that I'm a photographer.
Is she? Is that, she does
Fault?
It is
Oh, she
because
inspired
of
her. She
Because of her.
inspired
because
it. Yeah.
she always ensured that we always had captured memories in the house.
Oh, wow.
Stacks and
Nice.
stacks of albums everywhere with every memory that we
Nice.
could possibly think about.
Nice.
And so I grew a love for capturing
Right.
and being able to look back at those memories. And then I found a new love in doing that for people.
right.
Capturing
Awesome.
their memories and them being able to look back at them.
Right. Since you said you got it from your mom, is this something you do with your daughter? For example, take pictures and have albums. A lot of people keep things on their phone now, but I don't see a lot of people. You don't go print pictures and
Yeah.
put them in an album and stuff like that. Is that something?
Have you carry on that tradition?
Yeah.
My daughter has many albums.
That's
She's
good.
looking at you.
like?
I think it's fun. You know what I mean?
No, it's important.
It's really, really
fun.
fun.
But it's also very important.
Yeah.
Because you know that saying, memories don't leave like people do?
Mm-hmm.
Those memories do go.
Yeah.
And did you? Because I know, for example, for me, we lost everything, all our photo albums. Everything's wet and damaged.
Yeah, from the
Did you-
hurricane.
so did you lose anything, or did you keep anything, or?
I didn't lose any of my pictures.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I had clients that lost like wedding albums and
Ah.
such.
So you were able to
And
recreate.
I was able to, but it was
That's awesome.
very sad to hear
Yeah.
because some of those things were not pictures that I created, so I couldn't replace them. You know,
Wow.
just old pictures from their families
Yeah.
and so forth.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff
I know.
really is sad.
Yeah.
It's
It's
no,
very
the
sad.
pictures. Honestly, pictures are really important, and I don't think people really understand how huge they are.
Yeah.
They tell a story.
I don't think
yeah.
right now. I don't think I have a picture of my grandfather anymore.
Oh, my.
There's
Oh,
no
wow.
pictures of him. We lost it, so that kind of sucks really bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, those type of things. So I think
course.
I always give kudos to photographers and artists and people in this genre of talent and whatever, that y'all up there
Yeah.
for stuff like
Appreciate
this.
that.
Creating
Honestly,
those memories for
yeah.
persons.
Yeah, no, it's so important because we go through life and we have so many different experiences all the time. And as a professional photographer, I'm supposed to be encouraging people to hire me, but I tell people all the time, just take out your phone and snap a picture.
Right. Which I'm not good at. I need to get
If
better
you
at
have a
that.
point and shoot, just take
I'm
a picture.
terrible.
Because I'm not going to be with you all the time to capture those memories.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so you having a fun day at the beach with your child, just take some pictures.
Yeah.
Well, Dame, you need to change that. You need to find a way to be with them.
All the time. I need a
And then,
huge team.
Exactly. There you go.
Hire
Talking
all
of
the
your-
graduates from the high school.
Speaking of your team, how big is your team?
Right now, my team consists of myself, a part-time assistant,
Okay.
and then I have photographers that work along with me as needed.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So right now, I have a photographer in Virgin Gorda shooting right now.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
And you're just not there. You're here.
Well, I was there earlier.
Oh, you,
Oh, wow.
What's the occasion?
It's well, it started out as a funeral. It was a funeral.
Oh, wow.
His day started out as a funeral, and then he's shooting a prom later on this evening.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's
From a
prom
funeral
season.
to a
It is prom
Yeah.
season.
it's
So-
like rebirth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be shooting a prom later on too. So
Here on
yeah,
a,
the Elmo Stout High
Elmo
School
Stout
prom.
High School
Yeah.
tonight. God, there's so
So
many
there's a lot
things
of things
happening
happening.
Where's the prom?
tonight.
The prom is at the.
Morans? No?
I wonder if I can say. Is it secret? It's at the moorings.
That's what I said.
I think I could find out, like,
Where is open? You know what I mean?
After more,
I'm like, where's open after the hurricane?
Yeah, the
Morans.
moorings. It's quite
Moorings.
nice there.
Nice.
And
It's
they're
big.
gonna really have a very magical
Yeah, the
night.
fans are
I could
working. I hope
imagine.
they
Let
got
me
that
tell you,
fixed.
I always look forward to the photos from that prom.
Yeah.
Do you
I
understand
do.
me? It's like,
They're nice.
whoa.
They're always nice.
They go all out.
Yeah.
No,
They
and
go
they,
all
like the
out.
costumes, they just kind of
Yeah,
just
creative.
And we're in the season where, of course, everyone emulates United States of America. I don't know why, but you know they do all these prom entrances and things like that. So
Yeah.
I could see people doing stuff like that this year.
Yeah.
On
this-
Satola, and I think it's going to be absolutely hilarious but amazing at the same
They're
time.
really up in
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
They are.
Ooh.
I mean, even if you look at the graduations, you look at even their hats.
Yeah.
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 They
More
do with their
creativity
hats
in the
now.
hats, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to kind of go back in time and do my own hat.
I could feel that. I
did
could
mine.
feel that. We were boring. Yeah.
I decorated my house.
Look at her.
Of course
yeah,
you
you,
did.
you got in that. Yeah.
Probably had sparkles on it.
I think I did. I
Awesome.
don't like sparkles though, but I did it because it looked good. But
Sure.
anyway. Oh, but you're also you. I read that you do some music. This started from music.
Well,
So how?
music is my first love. And I started,
Wow.
and my mom's fault again.
Mom, you better pay that
That's what I'm
woman.
saying.
You
You need to
understand
stop-
me?
you need to
You
stop
better
saying
pay
that
that
fuck.
woman.
Cut
She
the
bought
check.
me my first keyboard.
Nice.
I had no lessons. I didn't know how to play, but
Right.
I was interested in it. And she bought me a keyboard and got me going.
Wow. Pay that
Yeah.
woman.
So now how good are you now? Like
Scale of 1 to 10. How good are you?
rate yourself.
I can't, you know. I've played in many bands around.
Sounds
the
like a
BVI.
6.
If you had a piano here, I'd play something for you.
Boy, we have to step up our game. Okay, we need to have some in studio jams and everything.
we'll just bring it out the table. Oh,
I'm telling you.
Yeah. But it's,
Don't
you
worry,
know,
we get there.
I actually played with many bands, but I left the band world to further my photography business just because I needed more time with the photography.
Okay.
But I never gave up music. I mean, I still play for myself. In fact, I was playing with the alumni band for the high school
Thing.
concert. Where we were
Oh,
raising
okay,
funds.
cool, yeah.
I was playing with them.
Okay,
So,
nice.
you know, I haven't
I
given
didn't
up
make it
music.
to that.
It was really
But
good.
I saw
heard
I saw
it was really good,
footage.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really good. We have a lot of talented people in the BVI.
I'm
We do.
telling
Yeah,
this
definitely.
place is
Absolutely, yeah.
loaded.
like a cesspool of
so,
all.
as you said that, what do you think where we need to do more of so that a lot of the talent in the BVI get more international exposure?
Well, I think that that's such a broad question. I mean, it takes a lot, and
Yeah.
it takes more than one person or one entity. I think the industry itself needs some attention. Just the industry in general needs some attention. I should say industries
Yeah.
because we have a lot of talents around
yeah.
different industries.
Yeah.
But I find that the industries, the media industries, or artistry industries, they don't get a lot of appreciation. I should say that, and not that the people aren't talented.
Right.
It's just that they just don't get that attention, and you know, we all say it's that local stigma. They're from here. You know, we bring in an artist from overseas and they get attention. But I think we just need to be able to appreciate. And you know, whether it's government, local entities, NGOs, whoever
Right.
can help to build that industry so that they can then get recognized on the international stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I
if
feel
you-
like when they do get the attention, it fades away. It doesn't
Yes.
last.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I
Whittles
recognize you
down.
know. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Well,
Moving
we're
right
not,
along.
yeah, we tend
that's
to
a
not be
funny thing.
consistent with anything
Right.
as a country.
country,
But, you
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
it's-
we fade off.
It's but the thing is it's funny because yes, the industry needs attention, but it's also up to the artist.
Yeah.
Because when we say, hey, awesome CD.
Yeah.
They need to then ride that momentum and then
Right.
do something about it.
Yeah. Right.
It's not just about us
That's
making the
very
industry
true.
Yeah.
great, but they also need to make the industry great too for themselves.
Right.
They sit on their laurels.
So the passion has to be there to
Yeah.
get that drive.
And they need to, you
yeah,
know, simple
it's
things
a lot
like
of work.
networking,
Yeah,
you know.
but it's so easy to
Networking is
network now
huge.
because you
have
know
social
everyone
media.
has
Social
all the
media.
social media, different platforms to just tap into.
But you know, sometimes it's just as simple as walking through a door,
Yeah,
knocking on the door and saying, "Hi, Robert, can you listen to my song?"
Weird.
but it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when Kristen was on the show and she was talking about getting the deal with OtterBox.
Yes.
She said she just asked a question,
Just ask a question.
and there was
Yeah.
only two possible answers.
yes,
yes
or
or
no.
no, yeah.
You know.
You know,
There's a thing that comes with it. There's a fear
Yeah.
behind just asking a question.
Yeah.
And once someone can overcome that fear of being able to ask a question, I mean, the world is open to them.
right.
The world is open to them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I see you brought your daughter with you today. What kind of inspiration does she give you in your drive?
See, she's got on the T-shirt too. So,
Yeah, she's she's
supporting
branding
100%.
branding the family. Do you understand me?
You know, it's funny because I always ask her if she wants to come.
Okay.
There's sometimes when I say, "Babe, just please come with me."
Nice.
But most times I would ask her to
Okay.
come because I don't want to force her into it.
Right.
I want her to be able to enjoy being with me on shoots and
Awesome.
at things like this. But I do want to expose her to as much as possible.
Right.
Just anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the more I can expose her to and teach her and have her learn, then you know she has options
Yeah.
in life and she has some exposure.
Right.
You know, things that she can look at and try to learn and so forth.
Awesome.
I know
So,
we're
yeah,
here putting her on the spot.
She's a beautiful.
I know she's
thank
handling
you.
it very, very, very well. I'd have been over there like, stop. You need to stop right now. You need to just stop.
Yeah, she does tell me I talk too much.
But she's handling it very well right now.
Yeah.
I'd have just been there like, excuse me. you need to stop from the jump. So
Yeah.
Well, when
works
we
very
get
well.
back, we'll talk a little bit more about your entrepreneurship because I know
Okay.
you recently gave up full time, right?
Yes.
So you'll tell the public a little
Scary
bit
move.
about that and
And then
you
we've
know
got a-
what inspired that.
And then we've got a
Sure.
question from one of our lovely listeners.
Awesome.
So we're gonna ask that. We're gonna ask her question. So I hope she's listening to hear the
Okay,
answer.
great.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, guys, we'll be back.
Pulse VI.
Pulse VI Caribbean Super Station 90.9 FM. You're here. We're back with Dame Peters.
Yes, we're back.
Hello, photography man.
So before we went to break, we wanted to talk more about your entrepreneurship because
Okay.
we know that you recently left Rotan Wholesale.
I did.
Yeah, tell us about that and what pushed you to do it now rather than before, or, you know.
Right. So over the years, my photography business has. Well, I told you I stopped. I stopped playing in the band so that I can further my photography business.
Yeah.
And so putting more time into it, I realized there was always consistent growth, but I wasn't able to service my clients the way I wanted to because it was part time.
Right.
I mean, it's fine staying up till 3 a.m. trying to do work, but then it's work at 6. You get up for work 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put more time into the service that I could offer my clients.
Okay.
And so I decided I planned for a year.
Good. Planning is
Planned for a
good.
year, put things in place. And then I resigned from Rotan Wholesale, from my management job there. And my last day was on August 31st,
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
5 days before Hurricane Irma.
I know.
Wow.
Wow.
And so basically, my whole plan, you could have just dropped that in a shredder because it was
Right.
worthless.
Yeah.
And so the timing was good. The hurricane wasn't on the way when I resigned.
Right.
But it just created a problem.
Right.
Which basically rendered my business non-functioning
Right.
for a period of time.
Okay.
But it did create some additional opportunities because, in the state we are, documenting what's happening and
Right.
recovery and all of that
Yeah.
was necessary. So I was happy to be able to do that.
Right.
But it's, I never really had the chance when I left Town Wholesale to have that first day.
Right.
This is my first full-time day.
I gotcha.
You know,
Yeah,
it was straight into
my.
destruction and recovery and
Yeah.
you know, trying to save the kids.
I know. Tell us about your experience, your Alma experience.
You know, I've heard so many stories.
Right.
Because I actually started a documentary after Alma.
Okay.
Filming people telling me their stories on camera.
Wow.
And some of the stories I've heard, I actually stopped telling my story about 3 weeks after Alma.
Okay.
You know, but it was an experience. It was like no other.
Right.
And you know, when you go through something like that, you start to appreciate when you see on TV
Yeah.
that there were tornadoes somewhere
Yes.
or you know tsunami somewhere. You say,
Right.
oh wow, that's bad, and then you move on.
Yeah.
But
Now
being
it's-
through Alma, it's like
Yeah.
I can understand.
Yeah.
Completely.
You know?
Completely.
It puts us
I know
in
what's going on.
in a different mindset.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate
And then
it
what is
differently.
We're the people that they're looking at and be like,
Yeah.
oh, that sucks. Okay,
Yeah.
what's happening next?
Exactly.
And it's and then we're gonna be mad that that's what's happening, but that's just life.
Right.
That's just
Yeah.
the way it works.
Right.
You know, so it was an awful thing that I wouldn't
Yeah.
wish on anyone. But I think we came out of it with a lot of good lessons
I
for
hope
life.
so. I
Yeah.
hope so.
I mean, I found out I had neighbors I didn't even know I
yeah.
had.
Yeah. Did
Friends.
your daughter stay on island or left?
She was on island.
Okay.
The whole time.
Good. I thought
Yeah.
for those that kept their kids, I think it was a good thing in the fact that it opens their eyes because the kids of today are so I call it spoiled
Yeah.
because they don't know hard life. And I always tell people, even when I moved away to America, I always said, I don't think the people in the British Virgin Islands understand being poor. You know what I mean? Because we never consider ourselves poor no matter what, whether we had a lot or a little.
Yeah.
We always see ourselves as having a lot.
Right.
And because I always said we never see a poor person on the street begging, homeless. I mean, they might be out there because
Yeah.
they're mentally ill, and we know the families, we know they're mentally ill,
Right.
but not that they're downright poor. Our kids are spoiled. So I thought that it would be a good learning for them, make them a little tough. Because lots of time we send our kids away and they can't survive in the big bad world. They
Yeah.
have to run back home because they're not tough enough. So I was like, look, if it was my child, they're going to stay and enjoy some darkness. My niece, let me tell you, my niece was walking up and down King Garden, but she's like, I can't live like this. I need internet. I can't live like this. I have to get off this island. Get me off. That's how she was. I was
Yeah.
like,
Your niece
darling,
dramatic.
you'll be okay. You know that, right? I was like, darling, you'll be okay. I mean, she went on and on about this. And she would just walk and find hot spots because she's like, I can't live like this.
Yeah.
So I was like, see, you survived. You survived. And you got some lessons out of it. And they
Indeed.
could do some writing. When we were young, we had to write a book report for everything.
everything.
Right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So they
Do
could,
that anymore?
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
they
don't
do.
know.
Yeah.
they do.
They
Okay,
sure
good.
do.
Okay.
Good. So they got some good writing, but they
Yeah.
get
Guess
some
I gotta look forward to
stories.
that.
You know what I'm saying? And they learn some resilience.
For sure.
So, kudos to you, darling.
Kudos to you, darling.
Some of them may think so. Some of them may think so.
Child abuse. That was adult abuse.
So listen to her.
Everything.
Not adult abuse.
I'm just saying. Oh. Let me see. Okay,
Yeah, ask
so
your
we
question.
have a question from April Glasgow.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Right? And this is something I want to know too, so I'm very interested in your answer. So she asked, Dame, I'd like to know how BVI entrepreneurs do it. What does it take to be a success? And what does a successful entrepreneur look like in the BVI?
Wow.
It's a tough question. A good one.
Okay. April. So I will be completely honest. I didn't fully understand what it was like to be an entrepreneur or what it would be like to be an entrepreneur until I became a full-time entrepreneur. I mean, a lot of the things that I planned, and I research a lot and I read a lot and I listen to influencers a lot,
Right.
and I study a lot. But it's a totally different world when you're running a business part-time and then you go full-fledged into it. It's so totally different. I mean, thankfully, I think Irma actually helped me, because if I had gone into my business with my initial plan, it probably wouldn't have worked out. But Irma forced me to restructure my whole business.
So you got the blessing then. Woo.
But in terms of being an entrepreneur, how we do it, I mean, it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of planning and structuring and sort of being able to juggle a lot. But
Right.
it also takes someone to be able to find or network with people
Yeah.
who can, like-minded people who can help them.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things I learned too, going full time, is that you can't do everything alone.
That's true.
You can't. I mean, part time you try to do everything alone because
Yeah.
it's just your little thing on the
Yeah.
side.
Right.
But full time, man, you gotta leverage other people's experiences and have people work with you and network with people that can help you. And just even bounce ideas off people. I had a meeting with a friend of mine, and we were just chit-chatting. He's an entrepreneur also. And he said, hey, here's an idea for your business. And I said, hey, that is super cool. and I implemented it in my
Right.
business. And he didn't want anything for it. And of course, when we have another conversation, I'll probably throw him an idea for his
Right,
business.
right.
That's how it's
And
supposed to be.
so that networking with, excuse me, with other entrepreneurs, that
Right.
helps. But really getting people in your corner to help
Right.
you and work with you. That's important.
That's good. That's good. And I see that you were one of the contact persons for the Summer Sizzle classes held
Yes.
yesterday, right?
Yes.
So you're part of that team, or
Well, I've
tell us
been-
your connection there.
Well, I've been helping out the Summer Sizzle team with
Okay.
certain aspects.
Okay.
For example, the photography
Yeah.
course with Nigel Barker.
Yeah.
So I have a love for fashion. Believe it or not, I do have a love for fashion. Well, as a photographer, whether
Yeah,
I
you're-
wanted to or not.
yeah, you
Yeah.
just
I have a love for fashion, and I've always wanted to get involved. So, Terry and I had a conversation, and so we started doing some things together. And so I should be there later on this evening.
okay.
And
We should too.
I gotta pick it up later on.
Gotta pass, man.
But it's something that I want to see that show, that runway show, and that whole
Yeah.
event. I want to help make it, better. Help improve it, because I know
Right.
it's difficult this year because of the hurricanes and everything. But I think it's important for
Right.
the BVI, and I think it's important for the people that are going to take part, the children that are modeling,
Yeah.
the people that are doing photography.
Yeah.
Kids is always
Yeah,
the, I don't-
kids are always entertaining.
The designers, the makeup artists, the
Yeah.
hairstyle, I think it's important for them. It's
Yeah.
a great avenue for them to showcase their work.
I agree.
And it's not just the BVI. I mean, they're
Right.
gonna showcase outside of the BVI.
It's going to go international.
And because that's what he was saying. He's like,
Yeah.
someone who worked for him in BVI actually got a job somewhere else in the States because of
Yes.
Summer Sizzle.
Yeah.
So these artists, and I actually know a friend of mine who model, and then the artists, not the model, the designers see him and be like, okay,
Yeah.
we like what you see, we like the way you do this. We like,
Yeah.
so when you're in New York, when you're here, come find us, and then we'll have, it creates
Yeah.
opportunities. And I don't think a lot of people really get that part.
Yeah.
The networking is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
It really
it's way
is.
beyond just the one show.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
really is.
yeah, and I mean, and it's a good thing for the territory, especially
Indeed.
now.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Especially
Yes.
now, so that people could see that we're still here. Despite all the crumbled buildings
Of
and
course.
all the other things,
Yeah.
we're still rising.
Yes.
So
And it gives
it's
the
important.
locals such an opportunity. Like all these
Yeah.
kids that are in there modeling, like,
Yes.
you can do this. Look at what happened. Like you say, we're in the crumbles, but you can actually come and do this and have
Of
the best
course.
time of your life and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
have the greatest opportunity ever.
And it
Yeah.
shows great resilience. I mean,
Yep.
in the people here, and just keeping strong in their craft.
Yeah. Okay, I want to ask you because I know festival is coming.
Yes.
And I know all our local photographers have these big videos that they put out. I mean, it's like a big production. When you look at it, it looks like a big production. What are you looking forward to? Because I know that the schedule, this lineup is out. It's been cut down. Where's your thoughts? What's your thoughts?
I look forward to the festival every year. It's I think it's something that's just, it brings a lot of people together. It's fun, gives people something to do, generates income for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I just think it's something good, especially when we get all that cultural stuff going.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a great place for photographers to get their name out there
Yeah.
and practice.
Okay.
It's a great way to practice.
So are you going to be out there practicing?
I'll be.
Not.
I'll be practicing.
With your cell phone.
No,
Yeah,
someone
camera?
donated me a
Donated.
camera so I could practice because
lent
I'm,
you a camera.
huh?
What kind of
They
camera?
donated you a camera.
Yeah, he's a photographer in
Okay.
the U.S. So I was visiting and I was like, I want to learn. Do you have any cameras at home that an amateur could learn off of? And he was like, oh yeah, I have several. Take this one.
Wow. What
Awesome.
kind of camera is it?
It's a Canon. I don't know anything else.
Well, whenever you need any kind of help, you just call me up. and I'll
Oh
help you.
yeah, cool. I want to learn.
For a
I'll give you
fee.
some tips.
Hey, ain't no
it'll be free
fee.
for her.
Hey, see?
Look at
Up
that.
until your second lesson.
Pulse gets me something.
That's it.
Up to your second one. There you
No,
go.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna
You
need
help,
I'm
just
gonna
call
need
me
a
up.
couple little extras,
Yeah.
okay? Because sometimes my brain just doesn't compute. So I need things sometimes repeated over and over. But
You're
I
gonna
want to
have
at
fun.
least be able to take some good
Have fun.
pictures
Yeah,
and
you're gonna have
like
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun.
We're all gonna have fun.
Well.
And then, guys, what time is it, Robbie?
3:44.
And what happens at 3:45?
Break.
Okay, so before we go on break, what are you going to tell them?
I don't know. It just
Do
made it
tell them.
He
very
sucks so
intense.
bad. Robert, that's what happened when you speak to Robert and not Swain show. You see what happens?
It's such a different.
But what's going to happen when we come back, you guys, is we are going to give things away. Dame didn't come empty-handed.
No, he brought
Yeah.
some goodies.
He brought y'all some
Little
goodies.
something.
So you guys can get to call in. So the number is going to be 342-8513.
So call a friend, tell a friend.
Call it, and then you guys can win some prizes. You could do a whole little shoot. You could do all types of things.
my
So
God.
just stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys. Caribbean Superstation 90.9 FM. Pulse VI. We locking it up. Dame Peter's in the building.
Pulse VI.
We be the heart of the VI.
Pulse.
Oh.
Nice.
Hey,
that was
we
just
might
the
be able
odd
to
man
cover
out.
a record, huh?
So
Y'all needed to
Wolfpack, what you
clue
say?
me in on
Wolfpack,
that.
sign us up.
I'm telling you.
We're coming for you. Good one. So now, you guys, the number to call lines are open, I hope.
Lines are open.
You're Mike Bailey.
It is.
It keeps coming and going, and you said you didn't like 3 and you took 4.
4.
The number to call is 342-8513. Binta is going to explain what you're calling about.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, it's not working still.
It's working.
It was working. No?
Okay.
Yeah.
It was always this low? Yeah. Okay. So, you guys, I'm dropping everything on the floor. So, what Dame has got for you, you guys, he's a talented photographer, videographer, all these things that you do,
Yes.
right? So, he's not leaving you guys empty-handed. So, what we're
Not at all.
going to do is we're going to give away a gift certificate valued at $200.
Wow.
$200, people, and you get an individual portrait session. So that's just like a photo shoot, But I want to use individual portrait session because that's really fancy.
Yes, it is.
That's nice.
It sounds more professional.
So you guys can call 342-8513 for a chance to win.
Okay.
So so we're gonna be waiting on your call. If not, I'm taking this home with me. So you guys have better got.
Are we
to
gonna
call.
ask a question?
Yeah, it's your ball game.
Do you want to
Okay.
ask a question? And
So we ask a question to give
Yeah,
that
so
away?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not gonna be free.
Okay.
Y'all gonna
It's
have to
not gonna
work
be
for
free.
it. Y'all
Okay.
gonna have to work
So
for it.
here's a question from the show, and it's about me, my
Okay.
business. So what was the last day of my corporate working career before going full time into photography? I
Awesome.
said it on
Now,
the show.
if you were
that's
listening
easy.
to the
If they
show,
were listening,
you would
they would
know.
know. Yes.
So you can win.
Yes.
That one is easy, right?
That's
an easy question, right?
easy.
I think,
Yeah,
I think it's
I
super
need to go
easy.
outside, make a call, and come right back. Just make a call and come right back.
Look
Okay,
at
so
her.
as he says, what was the last day of his corporate job?
Yes.
What day did he resign last year? So just give us a date, and then you can call in, and you can win this lovely $200 value gift card. And
342-8513.
Yeah.
We're waiting.
Here's a clue. It was pre-Irma.
I mean, we're giving you all. You can't miss it.
thing. Okay, so while we wait on someone to call, tell us about. I know you're a part of Forge. You're
Yeah.
part of the Forge group, and
Yes.
you work with Mr. Malone on all these things.
Yes.
So talk to us about that.
Well, we spoke about a little earlier about some of the things that entrepreneurs can do to, answering April's question.
Yes.
And one of those things was networking and bouncing ideas and all those. And the Forge actually, which is amazing that the Forge exists, they actually take all of those things, networking, training, workshops, and a whole host of other things that entrepreneurs need, and bring them into one program,
Wow.
the Forge,
Wow.
and bring them into the Forge. So I have been around the Forge for, I'd say, about a year now, and I have. It's been amazing. It's been
Okay.
amazing. I'm very happy that the Forge was able to continue on after the hurricanes, and they've actually done a lot for the entrepreneurs that were able to keep their businesses going and to help them keep their
Right.
businesses going
Okay.
after the hurricanes. So the Forge is a place where entrepreneurs, even the ones just starting out,
Yeah.
can go and get mentorship, find
Right.
mentors, or talk to more experienced entrepreneurs who have been in the business or who have had their own business for a long period of time, and just get advice,
Okay.
or get training.
So
Yeah.
how can persons reach the Forge?
Well, I think it's Forge on Facebook.
Okay.
I think their website is www.forge. Let me say that again.
I was like, there's way too
four
many
W's.
W's.
It's well, we'll just say forge.com.
Forge.com. Okay.
Or they can contact Mr. Malone, Mead Malone.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say his number over there.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But everyone knows where to find Mr. Mead Malone. So
at
yeah.
MWM.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys can find him at Abacus, which is next to CCT or in that
Yes.
same
Yeah.
area?
Upstairs. CCC.
Same area.
Upstairs CCT. So
Yeah.
you guys can find him. And I think it's actually really cool. I was at the opening ceremony for when they launched the website a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
With the soap lady.
Yes.
Sorry,
Eco,
no.
Alexandra
yeah.
Durant.
Yeah.
Her stuff
She
is
was,
awesome.
and even them talking, I felt so inspired, and
Yeah.
by the things they were saying. Then you have Akeem with his
Yes.
green. Creek.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That's kind of kicking off. I'm seeing.
Yeah.
No, he's been yeah.
And he's gonna be talking on TEDx
Really?
Wilmington
Nice.
very soon.
Oh, he's doing Wilmington.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yep.
So we have two persons doing Wilmington.
Who's
Which
doing
is
Wilmington
amazing.
too?
Dr.
Dr.
Michael Turnbull.
Michael Turnbull. Yeah.
Turnbull
Oh,
is
okay.
doing Wilmington also.
Yeah. Yes, he
Wow,
is.
that's awesome.
It's amazing.
BVI jamming.
We
Big time.
we're going international big time.
time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Pulse, when we going?
Hey, we on our way.
Where we going, Fiji?
I'll come with you guys.
We've got a photographer
Don't
on deck.
I'll come with you
worry. Don't
guys.
worry. He's gonna take us with him somewhere.
That's true.
So tell us, like, in terms of your photography, where outside of the BVI have you traveled to? In terms of doing events, like any?
Not Fiji.
Well, VG. I've done quite a bit in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
But I've tried to build a base in the Virgin Islands in general.
Okay.
But I do get requests for work from international organizations for work in the BVI.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which is very, very good because
Yeah.
to be able to have a photographer or filmmaker in the BVI
Yeah.
do work for international organizations. I mean, that's something that we want to see
Yeah.
more
That's
for
actually very
all industries.
Yeah,
in
because
the
I saw
BVI.
you were in the magazine. I can't remember the name. Something aboard.
It was international
Yeah.
weddings, destination
That
weddings,
Destination weddings
magazines abroad.
Yeah. So that was
Yeah,
cool.
we did have a feature there.
Yeah, that was cool. And I know
here.
you're also embarking on this filming school,
Yes.
right? I saw that on Facebook or something.
That was a leap of faith.
Yeah,
Because I started my company, Timeless Films and Media,
right.
which was, again, Irma helped that business to grow.
Okay.
And I realized, and it's true for the photography industry also here in the BVI, that the industry itself is not, it needs more support and it needs to grow. And so I found that true in the filmmaking industry here in the BVI. We do have some amazing filmmakers here. But I see the industry needing to grow
Okay.
because we don't have a lot of support in terms of skilled people that can do work. For example, sound engineers.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's sound engineers in different fields,
Right.
but not so much in filmmaking. There's lighting techs in different fields, not so much in filmmaking. And so one of the things I love doing is teaching. But I found that there's a great opportunity to help build these industries, photography and filmmaking.
Okay.
So I decided I've actually already started classes in photography.
Oh, wow.
And I'm currently formulating classes for, you said film school, but I guess you could call it that. I
Okay.
mean, that's the ultimate goal, to actually
Okay.
have film school. But I'm formulating courses for the filmmaking industry.
Okay.
For filmmaking in general, I've been speaking with filmmakers in the U.S. to get involved. They're very interested. I've been speaking with the BVI Film Commission,
Okay.
and they're very interested in helping to get all this done and just bring the industry together. I've been speaking with a lot of the filmmakers here in the BVI.
Wow.
Some amazing people, and they're very excited about doing having some involvement in helping to build the industry and grow the industry.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool
Wow. I'm gonna take a class.
I think I might too. I have a camera too. I
Yeah,
barely
you do have,
use it.
and you have a very nice camera.
Thank you.
You know what's interesting is when I posted that thing that you saw on Facebook,
Yeah.
I had a lot of responses.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people responded saying, I want to learn
Yeah.
something in filmmaking, whether it's script writing or lighting or
Oh,
editing
wow.
or directing.
Yeah.
And I actually found out that there are people in the BVI who are trained, who went to school for film,
Okay.
but they're not using it
But they're
because
not
they
using
don't
it
have an
be-
avenue.
Right.
And so
Okay.
the
So-
industry just needs to grow so that we can have a place
Right.
for them
I know
to
that.
exercise.
You
that.
know, you're saying film. The first thing that's popping in my head is Tourist Board has a film at the back of its OG
Yeah.
name. It's the Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands Tourist Board and Film Commission.
Yeah, so the Film
it
Commission.
is,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Film Commission is
like
part of them, yeah.
Like I think they like lure people to come here to film movies and
yeah.
commercials.
Oh, that's what
and
that's
stuff like
for.
that.
what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like if persons want to film music videos,
Right.
like international people, they
Which
would go
they've
through
done
them.
many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. So
I just found that out this
Yeah.
year.
yeah.
Yeah, and I've been speaking with them.
Yeah.
Also in this whole endeavor, and they're very excited about it and interested.
That's
yeah.
perfect.
Lovely.
That's awesome.
That's clutch.
More opportunities. That's
Yeah,
the key.
definitely.
Creating opportunities
Right.
for the young minds.
artists.
Exactly,
to-
because it's not about me.
Yeah.
It's about the BVI and the industry.
Yeah.
I want to see a feature film come out of the BVI,
Yeah,
That
from
would
the
be
BVI.
dope.
That would be
directed by
nice.
Blake.
I'm telling you, hey Blake. And we know Robbie's the
And we-
star. Ooh,
we can do it.
we
I'll
going
be the
big.
extra.
You already extra, so.
Extra. Got him.
No, but that's where we need to dream big. You
Right.
know what I
Yes.
mean? So it's possible. It's possible.
I
So
completely
before we
agree.
go, though, we want you to give all your plugs. You
Yep,
know,
you
where
got
people
it.
can find you, all your different.
Yeah,
Everything,
6 seconds.
everything.
Okay, 6 seconds. So you can find me on Facebook at Dane Peters Photography or Dane Peters Timeless Films and Media. On Instagram, same thing, Timeless Films Media.
Okay.
And where our website is danepetersphotography.com or just danepeters.com,
Yeah.
timelessfilmsmedia.com. You can call us up 441-2716
All right.
or 340-2716. That's our number, not their number. that's not the number for the show. So, but we have quite a bit of our work out on social media and on our websites that people can take a look at.
Right.
But not everything. So if someone's interested in something in particular, we can
Yeah.
always go and show them some samples and so
Awesome.
forth.
Right, and I see something here, info@danepeters.com.
Yes, so email address is info@danepeters.com or info@timelessfm.com.
Timeless
Wow. You have
FM.
lots of ways to reach him. There's no
Yes, I am.
excuse.
Yeah, no excuse.
Non-reachable unless I turn off my phone.
Okay.
Which he does not do, of course.
Right.
Unless I'm on the radio.
And we didn't get a caller, but we'll post on
Yeah,
our
so
social media pages.
so you guys
follow us
still-
there. We'll
yeah.
still have the giveaways.
Yeah.
And we have a whole ton. So you guys, you're gonna get lots of chances. And this
Yes.
time the video is gonna come out. So y'all kind of
I
suck. So
wanna
y'all
see-
can get the answer.
I want to see who's gonna get that 25% off their wedding.
Me too.
Wedding
yeah,
photography.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm thinking about taking that one back. But no, we'll leave that one
he
for
brought
someone.
us some great gems, guys.
Yeah, so you
gotta-
guys, yeah.
gotta follow us on our social media platforms so you could see what's up. Send us an email if you need us to do anything for you, if you need us to advertise for you, if you need Swain to
Bring some balloons to your party.
whatever.
We're
If you
doing it all.
We do it all. PulseVI.WPE at gmail.com.
Hey,
Hey.
Pulse VI.
You got it.
See you guys later.
They're crazy today, guys.
We be the heart of the VI. Feel the pulse and you will see why. Where I from, we do it B.I.G. On each other, we could rely. Feel the pulse of the VI. Listen close and you will see why. The information information will set you free. Stand together, never divide. Pulse VI.